I'm with somebody who's been a lesbian their entire life, who faced so much trauma. She in the corner like, what are you doing? Like, what are you saying? What are you doing? You can't do it like that. I'm like, this is my girlfriend, girl. We humping. Like, I don't know how you want me to put it, but this is what it is. And my mother was just like, I mean, if you like it, I love it. And she'll say random things and like, hey, don't have no spit babies. And I don't know what, and I'm just like, this is my reality. This is my life.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley, and I'm so happy you came by. The Queerly Blax Show aims to normalize the everyday existence of Black, LGBTQIA+ individuals through an interview-style series with regular folks like you and me. So every week, a new guest shares their story and unique perspective on their existence as an LGBTQIA+ individual. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you subscribe, download, set your reminders to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to another episode of the Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley. I'm joined today by a very special guest. This is one of my parenthood, ex-hood summit homies. We got Jazzy in the building. Jazzy, tell the people about yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Jasmine. I'm from Brooklyn, East New York. Clearly I've been told my accent.
New York, baby, New York.
No way. I'm a single mom. I'm a full-time content creator. I also have a partner. My content is lifestyle, but I try to show the non-aesthetically pleasing side because it's like, I feel like social media meets the aesthetics, and everybody has like the white living rooms and everybody's rich on social media. When you're a full-time content creator, you have to be rich. You have to have a white living room. Even if you have kids, your couches
white
must
rugs,
be white.
White, all time, pristine.
You are never allowed to have a kitchen that has brown cabinets and white refrigerators. So that is not allowed. So I'm the person that comes and like, listen, I make a living on social media, and this is my reality. I desire to get there, but I'm not there yet, and I'm not dying to be there. I'm not gonna go broke to be there. But here's my truth. So that's basically the content I create.
Yeah, no, and I love that. I obviously started following you, and that was one of the things that I loved so much about your content, and I think specifically just your transparency around it all. You like, look, this what we doing. Me and these kids is over here. Okay, I got to take them to school. I ain't got time to be putting on makeup with y'all this morning. But let me tell y'all about this sandwich that I made last night and how good it was. And if y'all want to make one with 4 kids, a couple kids, go ahead. Like, I love that because that's really what's happening, right? I think there is a balance of all of it, right? Like, I'm inspired, you're inspired by, certain things. But I think to have the balance of like relatability and like content that people are like, look, this is what's really going on. I love that. And it takes a different angle because like even, me creating a platform, that was the goal, was like, I want us as queer Black people to be able to meet with our stories, right? Like we've all been through those pivotal conversations with our family about our sexuality. And this is the place where you can go back to that very traumatic space or that joyous space for some people and find relatability along this journey. So that like resonates with me so much. And I told you before, like it reminds me so much of my own mom, growing up and like my mom trying to make it and getting that first house and us living in an apartment and us, just the journey, right? Going to this corner store, getting food for the week, like getting just she had a couple dollars, like we got to eat this, we got to eat that. But then the progression, over my life into teenhood and, her getting her first house. We ain't had no furniture, but we had a house. So we was happy, right? And then got a couch, and then the neighbor moved out and we was able to get, a new couch because they moved and they gave all their furniture away and, but the progression. So I appreciate it so much. But today we're going to talk about, a little more of that, but we're going to talk about your queer journey.
Nice.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I do have 4 kids. So I think it's a little different for me. And I try to not be that stereotype, even though I kind of am. When people automatically look at me, they like, girl, them 4 kids, now you're a lesbian, you messing with a stud, you got a step stud daddy over there. Like, I automatically fit into that category. So I'm here to tell people, like, I don't have the average story. A man never broke my heart. And then I said, let me be a lesbian. It's not that. I'm not like every man ain't ish. Like, no, there are wonderful men out there. I just love women. I grew up in a very religious household. I never even thought that was an option to explore that side of me. I did what I was supposed to do. I thought I was supposed to bear children, be happy, and be with this man, but it wasn't on my heart. Like, it wasn't. I didn't grow up in an environment where there was other queer people. I've never seen that growing up. No one has ever, and if they probably did, they probably just was like, yeah, this your godmother or something. Because now that I think about it,
Your
my
auntie.
auntie, who not really my auntie, she
Yeah.
definitely is a stud, and y'all was definitely humping. But now that I'm older, I know that. But
Yeah.
I didn't experience any of it. And I was just like, you know what? I met this girl and I couldn't contain it. And it wasn't like a regular coming out story. I'm very unserious in life, so I don't take too many things serious. I really just called my mom and I said, this is my girlfriend. She's like, go sit down somewhere. And I'm like, no, this is my girlfriend for real. And coming from somebody, I'm with somebody who's been a lesbian their entire life, who faced so much trauma. She in the corner like, shh, what are you doing? Like, what are you saying? What are you doing? You can't do it like that. I'm like, this is my girlfriend, girl. We humping. Like, I don't know how you want me to put it, but this is what it is. And my mother was just like, I mean, if you like it, I love it. And she'll say random things and like, hey, don't have no spit babies. And I don't know what, and I'm just like, this is my reality. This is my life.
Spit babies. That is
Yeah,
definitely the
she was
title of
the
this.
wild
I am weak.
And I think the hardest part for me was like with my children. I thought it would be the hardest part, but in this day and age, like, it's not. These kids are exposed to so much. Like, TikTok told them all about lesbians and bisexuals and all that before we even got a chance to. So like with my oldest daughter, I used to tell her she was like homophobic. And she was like, I'm not homophobic. I don't know. What is this? Like, what do you, this is not, it's not nothing she was ever exposed to be used to. And then like my middle daughter was like, I got a girlfriend. I said, girl, stop. Like,
Go sit down, like your mom told you.
Right. Like she told, then I had to retract this. Like, I'm being like my mama. And she's like, no, I like girls too. I like studs too. I said, okay, are you being a follower?
Specifically studs.
Right. I said, are you being your true self or are you being a follower? And then as we got deeper and our family dynamics really changed, it was just like, nah, this is a thing. These kids are so educated. They know so much. Like, they knew way more than what I knew. They knew all about family dynamics. They talked about it in school. I was like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
But
did I approve that? Did I write a permission slip for that?
I didn't even know. Like, she's like, yeah, they talk about it. We go to the social worker for relationship advice. I said, damn, it's deep. But it wasn't no traumatic. Like, I didn't get to experience. I was thankfully living on my own and had my own little thing going on. So I didn't have to worry about interacting with family or what family would think or what they would say or how it would go. I was already doing my own thing in my own lane. So I didn't have to worry about much.
Yeah. So when did you know that you liked women? Going back to, you know, the very first those like initial thoughts and conversations in your with yourself about liking women.
I think to think about it, I was really fresh at a young age. I was like in public school, like I really like girls and like always wanted to sit on my little friends' laps. And I knew the feeling like going to church, that feeling was supposed to feel wrong, but like from little, like even in church, I'm like, she got fat ass. And I'm like,
Not
you're
in
in church. Like, you gotta chill. And like doing like youth Bible study, I'm like trying to squeeze next to the finest girl there. And I'm like, yo, I really can't help that I like titties. And I was like, I don't know what to do, but listen, God, you said let your will be done. And
Oh.
it's definitely doing it. So I knew from young. I just knew what I thought I was supposed to do was be with a man. So I was just doing that. But I've been new.
Yeah. So when you was experiencing that, you going through all this, all these experiences, having these thoughts, when like how did that translate as you were going through school and just kind of navigating relationships? Like, people start getting boyfriends. Did you just be like, all right, I know that I like this, but like, I'm gonna just go ahead and get my little boyfriends and just move on.
I always had a boyfriend, but I always messed with a female on the side. And even if it wasn't like sex, because I didn't think that was cheating.
Yeah.
I've never
Being
been
with a
fully
woman.
indulged like in this lifestyle to know. I'm just like, this my homegirl. We randomly hump, like it's not that big of a deal. This is
Mhm.
not cheating on anyone. This is
Mhm.
regular. So
Mhm.
I was like, okay, it's to the point where like I'm not getting no satisfaction from the man I'm with. Like, I cannot do this. Like, why am I looking at lesbian porn before we do it? This is not normal. So I cannot, I have to live in my truth. And I believe it or not, so crazy. You know, I never knew what a stud was.
Mhm.
I knew that I liked women, but I know that I didn't like feminine women. I
Mhm.
don't know what it like. It was something in me that I love. I'm like, I like tits, I like butt.
Mhm.
I don't want you to have this hair and these nails, and I don't want. I love everything about a woman, but I love the masculinity of a man. Like
Mhm.
I'm really in love with the man. So I never knew what these studs was. I never even knew that was a term.
Mhm.
And then I met this girl and I'm like, she act like a nigga, she look like a nigga, but she think like a bitch. And I like it. I'm in love with it. And then I hear this term stud going around, and I'm like, why nobody showed me this? Like all
Nobody
this
told me. Y'all was holding
nobody
out.
told me nothing.
Nobody
Like,
told me nothing. Y'all was holding out.
and then I guess it was like this whole I'm just I could never like what has
So
studs been my whole life?
the fibs ain't cut it. You like we can't
Like
both be in the mirror put no makeup. Like we
it's
can't do it.
I no. I just I can't. I think women are amazing, but I
Yeah.
cannot deal with a femme. Like I could never see me. I don't like it. I love the appearance of a masculine presenting woman. Like I love everything about it. Like I
Yeah.
really love that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Cause I'm the opposite. I like feminine women. I would never like
Imagine being
it's
with
like
a masculine presenting
uh,
and it's like our
I can't do
masculinity
yeah,
is
I
like
can't.
clashing now.
Yeah, yeah. That's just not my thing. I like all the I think this probably the same way that you like the masculinity of I like the femininity of a woman all the way around though. Like all of it from the aesthetic of the body to the hair, the makeup, the heels, the all of it. I love all of that. So, I think I get it. I totally understand that. And just being like, yeah, no, the films, I can't rock with it. So when did you have your first like relationship or kind of exclusively be with a woman, whether publicly or not? When was that for you
This is my first relationship.
with a woman?
I've never had one closed behind doors. I mean, I've always
Shout
humped
out to
on a
Kay,
girl.
my homie Kay. Shout out to my dog.
Yeah, she's my first girlfriend. Like
uh-huh.
publicly, not I didn't even have like a secret girlfriend where we was girl. No, it's just like I had feminine friends and our girls when they say they're going to hang out with their friends and we get drinks and there's now we humping.
Yeah.
But that was the most that went. But this is my first time, like
Yeah.
ever. And it's my first masculine presenting woman that
Yeah.
I've ever experienced as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you all whipped up. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, indeed. So let's back up a little bit. And then we'll talk about my dog Kay. Shout out to my homie Kay. You have kids, 4 children. Talk about your relationship with, their father and kind of knowing that you liked women, right? And obviously, you know, like many people kind of saying, you know what, I don't know what, I can't see that through. Like that can't really be necessarily a part of my life. So I'm gonna just, I'm gonna have my boyfriends, I'm gonna have my, my men and live this life. What was that journey for you of, being with the man, having a relationship, and then having children? And then we'll talk about kind of the rest of it, which is, hey, look, I can't do these men. I gotta go get a woman, but just kind of back up into having the kids.
Honestly, being with the men is something I thought I had to do. So I growing up, religious, I thought this was just my thing. And I knew always that I wanted to be with a female, and with my child, I got a couple baby daddies. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I'm really fitting that stereotype. So it's not like, oh, she just got got these kids. I'm an overachiever, so I got a couple,
You got
and it's really like, oh, she's laying it heavy. Like she got multiple baby daddies, so I'm really a stereotype at this point.
hmm
And I'm just like popping out these babies with these men still humping on these girls. And I'm like, I really can't do this. Like, nobody's breaking my heart. Nobody's doing nothing. I'm just genuinely like, all right, I'm out because I can't do this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's not there. And then, like, with my last situation, it was COVID. I'm just like, yeah, I really can't do this. Like,
Yeah.
I really, we in a house together for real. So I'm really starting to see that I really cannot do this.
hmm
And I didn't leave that time space as I should have. I should have, waited a little bit. But me and him ended, and I jumped right into it with Kay. Aisha. And I've never experienced love like that. I've never been more happy, more content. Everything about it felt right. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is it. Like, okay, and they call y'all studs again. This is what they're called. Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Whatever
This
the
is it.
name is, I want that thing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
And
what
I'm
I.
happy now that I'm with a stud and I hear the stuff they say about them. I didn't get to experience that. With
Mhm.
like, oh, they toxic and they like their ex and the overly masculine and I'm so happy that wasn't my first
Yeah.
experience. So
Yeah.
I'm like in bliss.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Kay's the homie. Um, so with leaving the relationships with the guys, and I'm going into this because there's some woman out there who has children and who is worried about living in her truth because of her
Mhm,
kids, right?
mhm,
Um, I imagine, you're obviously considering, them in all of this.
mhm.
And one, did you know that you wanted to be with a woman before you met Kay? Or was Kay kind of okay, let me go ahead and just really see what this is about? Because I think is kind of, um, there's kind of two schools of thought there, right? It's like, you could have kind of kept going with it, like, I'll just deal with a
Mhm,
different guy and then I'll
mhm.
keep, doing my thing. Or was Kay the one that kind of made you, like, kind of opened up this idea of like, I could really just live this life without the rest of it?
Yeah, like I said, I've never experienced a masculine present woman before, so I knew that I need to keep this man around because I just love everything about a man. And then when I met her and I seen everything that she was, I was like, oh no, this is it for me. And of course, considering my children, the blessing, which is now a thing. I'm hearing that it wasn't a thing that people were so confident about talking about before. She has a child
Yeah.
and she comes with a baby mama,
hmm
and they had a baby, so it made it easier because bringing her baby was 5 months when she came into my life. So my kids are seeing this baby. They're not focusing on me and her at this point. They just excited. Mommy friend is here. Mommy friend got a baby. She
We're
bringing
gonna
over
be
her
playing with the baby.
baby. We happy. We playing. And then they like, oh, she a little close to mommy. Did she kiss her? All
Yeah.
right now. I don't think this mommy friend. Like,
They real friendly in there.
yeah. And I didn't want to start this off with this is your auntie, this is your godmother, this is mommy's homegirl, then we're kissing. And then it's like, okay, now I'm confused. So
Yeah.
again, it was COVID. We moved really, really fast. And we was just, touch and go. Like if the kids would see us leaning on each other, and my middle daughter she's reckless. She'll be like, ew, what y'all doing? And I'm like, we're laying on each other because this is my girlfriend. And she's like, that's gay. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. As long as you're getting it, as long as you're
Right.
understanding and you're getting it,
And
then it's
poor
fine.
Kay in the back, like,
I said, and it's so crazy because prior to me, she dealt with someone who had 2 kids. Of course, I have 4, which is a lot more. But this is also her first time parenting. So I think we found comfort in each other. I get to
mhm,
live in my truth, and it's my first time living in my truth, and it's her first time being a mom,
Yeah.
and her baby's so little, and all I know is motherhood.
You like,
So
girl, come
we
here, give
just
me that
like,
baby.
yeah,
Give
that's
me that
exactly
baby.
how it was. Right. So it was like we genuinely just fell into place. Like we was really convenient for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, and that was just it. Everything just fell naturally.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I mean, Kay's my homie, and I think y'all are a beautiful couple. To see y'all in person is definitely a beautiful thing. So then blending families, how's that? Navigating, having all the other people, because now it's you two, but then you also have all of the auxiliary of
Yeah.
parents. How do you guys navigate that and maintain boundaries with all the rest of it?
We've had our fair share of struggles. Like,
Yeah.
my baby was young, her baby was young. So with our counterparts, we had to learn how to co-parent. Co-parenting is amazing when two people are on the same accord and you using your intelligence and not your emotions. So we had to decipher that. So that was like a really slight small hiccup. And once we set boundaries and we got everything down packed, I genuinely don't know what goes on with her and her co-parenting, and she doesn't know what goes on with me and mine, because it's no need. Like it's no, like it's like, hey, Carter going with his dad this weekend. Yeah. Carol going with his mom this weekend. There's no in between. We don't care about the. It's nothing. Like we're not checking text messages to see what y'all say. Like the trust is there.
Yeah.
It runs smoothly. We keep each other updated with the things that needs to be updated. Like
Yeah.
if it's like, oh, it's a school event, everybody's going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
Let me get drunk before I cold. No.
and honestly, she always tell me like I've never been this cool, because her past experiences wasn't good. Like during
Yeah.
quarantine, she was cutting one of my baby daddy hair outside. Like my other baby daddy was coming to my house. Like we are family.
Yeah.
I don't even know if her child's mother liked me or not, but she's my family, and her children that she has, they're my family as well. Whether
Mm-hmm.
she likes it or not, they're my family. I'm gonna love up on your kids, the kids that's not hers. We are all one,
Yeah.
and that's not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to set the tone.
Yeah.
And when I set the
Hello.
tone, everything just gonna flow naturally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. Like a true matriarch.
Yeah. And when your intentions is pure,
Yeah.
nothing can go wrong. So when I hear women with they crazy stud story, like I got a stud, and the stud be like, but her baby daddy this and her baby daddy overstepping his boundaries. Somebody emotions is caught up somewhere, because
Yeah.
co-parenting is so easy if everybody plays their role, know their boundaries. There's no emotions involved. Everybody's using their intelligence. We
Yeah.
good. How can this fail?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and I think that's key is that, but I think a lot of times what people would struggle with is that, you know, is separating their, the morning of the relationship and the the future for the child, like understanding that how you move is going to affect your child. It ain't gonna, I'm gonna be fine. As an adult, we know we'll be okay. But our
Mhm.
kid is going to be directly impacted by your stupidity. So
Mhm.
how you want to, yeah, so you should talk more about that, like setting the tone as
Oh
far as
yeah.
co-parenting. That's dope. Like I think that that's a very niche market that needs to have a
Yeah.
little more massaging for sure.
And as long as we know, like, I even try to tell my friends, like, we can't, I'm not going to say my kids' fathers are not homophobic. They've said their fair share of stuff that had me like, the fuck? Why would you say that?
uh
But I can set the tone in my household. I can't
yeah,
control what they do. So if they going over there and they telling them, like, oh, this is bad. This is a woman and a woman can, da, 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 don't be this, don't be that. When you come here, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you that we can love each other and this is okay and it's fine. And that's the real world. You're gonna
yeah,
grow up in a world where people telling you two different things and you have to figure out what works for you.
hmm,
So I would love for my kids not to experience it, but I'm not mad that they're experiencing it
yeah,
either.
yeah. And you can't control it to an extent because that's
There's
their father's household,
Yeah,
right? So it's
there's
like,
nothing you can do about it.
yeah,
I cannot run that
mhm.
man household and he cannot
And
run
he
mine.
can't run
So
yours. There you go.
I don't know what he doing and what he telling them over there. But and I ain't gonna question it either, because I'm gonna show up and show them like, listen, that's what happens at daddy house and this is what happened at mommy house.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, 100%. I love that. As far as I had a question and I just completely lost it that fast. Your platform. So obviously, you know, this conversation, along with other things, are things that you talk about on
Mhm.
your platforms, across, you know, y'all go check her out, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Check her out. Um, you you alluded to it a little bit in the beginning, but you show a very different perspective, right?
Mhm.
You show the real, you show the raw. You like, look, this is it. We woke up, I just made this sandwich, hope y'all like it. Brown cabinets,
Yeah.
white refrigerator. We gonna get that Sub-Zero 7,000 square feet one day, but today we here, y'all enjoy
Uh-huh.
this content. Talk about your mindset, like, to create your content in that way, because it's to me, it's like it reminds me of like those trailblazers that, like, they just come and shake it up, right? It's like, I'm gonna show a new perspective, like I'm about to shake
Yeah.
up this whole thing. Like, what was your mindset of going in that direction? And what were you afraid at all, or were you empowered to move forward in that way?
I wasn't afraid. I was tired. Like I was just tired of trying to meet the aesthetic, and I was tired of comparing. At some point, I'm a full-time content creator. Like this is my bread and butter. This is what I do full time. And I live in New York City. So it ain't easy. And it's like I didn't want to record because my background. I didn't want to record because I live in the hood. Like I'm not walking out to grass. I'm walking out to crackheads. And at a point it's like I can't pretend to be all these things. Like I'm setting up corners to meet this step. Listen, this is my household. This is where I'm from. This is how it is. And I seen that people was like, it was either people that was like, yo, I used to be there. She reminded me so much of where I came from, or it was people that I gave hope to that said, nah, I still got popcorn ceilings. Like I
Hmm.
live in the project. My doors is bright. Like I could still create content. Hell yeah. You can relate and inspire. But I always try to tell people, I don't want to be in the hood forever. This
Yeah,
is
but
so
this is where we at right
I
now, and y'all
I
gonna
let
watch.
them know that off
Mhm.
jump. So cause that's not the platform I want to create. I don't want a community of people that's like, yeah, she repping for the hood, always and forever the hood. And then when I go get my little mini
They like,
mansion, they
oh,
like,
you
oh,
done
you not
change up
relatable.
on us, yeah,
Right. So I'm telling you,
yeah,
that's my goals and that's
yeah,
what I desire to be. But right now, this is my reality. And the message is just no matter where you at, record
yeah,
that content, keep going. You can do it. Like that's
yeah.
it. But we want the aesthetics. We
We
listen, I wouldn't say
we
we
on the
still
grind.
appliances.
We on the grind, right? We on the grind. We trying to get it. We trying to get it.
Yeah.
Talk about life as a full-time content creator. You know, what are some of the, like, what are the pros, cons, ups, downs, you know, and how were you able to find your groove and confidence that, you know, being a full-time content creator could really, you know, generate an income that you would feel comfortable leaving, you know, the 9 to 5, you know, uh
Yeah.
will.
Honestly, I always talk about it on my platform. I even do like months where I break down my revenue so I can show transparency as a content creator because nobody talks about money. And especially in our community,
Yeah,
nobody
definitely.
talks about how much they should charge brands or how much they charge it for an Instagram reel. So I like to put that aspect out there to give
Yeah.
people insight. And really, it's my passion. I tell people all the time, like, if you don't love this, don't do it because the ups and downs it'll play a big part on your mental health. You have to be mentally stable. My biggest platform is YouTube, and people don't know YouTube is a different life. Like it ain't like all these other. They chew you up and spit you out like from the reactors, everything. And I don't you take all the money away from me, I'll still do it. Like I genuinely love this. I feel like my camera is my diary. Maybe that's why I overshare sometimes. Like I love what I do. So it's great. I don't have no complaints. The complaints I had, I'm not there in that space no more. So I'm genuinely over it. Like, of course, you have the naysayers and you don't have privacy and transparency is key because when you get up here and lie, they're gonna find out the truth. I tell you that now, okay? So if you're from the hood, just say you're from the hood because somebody will record you at your local corner store. If you're getting food stamps, they will record you using that EBT card. So
Yeah,
just living your truth,
there you
and
go.
that's it. When you up here living in your truth, everything just flows. I love it. I wouldn't change nothing about it.
Yeah. Uh, is there any video that you ever done that you were like, maybe you posted it and you thought, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna drop this, like whatever, and it actually had like a crazy response? Like, do you remember like a moment like that?
Man, honestly, I really don't want to toot my own horn because I'm so humble, but I really feel like God blessed me with this gift of content creation. Like even people around me, I can't count how many times I went viral. It's a moment thing. Like I could feel something, and I'm like, "Yo, this gonna go viral. This is some good shit." Like, and it be my truth, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Yo, this is crazy." Like I got a video right now that's just going crazy on every platform where I'm just like talking about like everybody want to meet the aesthetics. Here's my reality. I took them on a tour of my apartment. Like, there's my white stove, my right refrigerator. I got 4 kids. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Here's where my kids sleep. And it blew up to where like even celebrities is reaching out to me. Like I had a celebrity reach out to me and I didn't know if it was appropriate to share the email because I don't know. I don't know if that's appropriate
Yeah.
behavior. So they was just like, let me help you. Like I love everything about you. I love your truth. Let me help you. And I declined it.
Hmm.
Because I want to get it on my own. Like I know my time is gonna come and I appreciate it. And everybody, the person I shared it with was like, yeah, you a damn fool.
Yeah, look, I am too. And not that I get that. And I think, it's so funny that you say that because that's such a get it out the mud attitude. And that's exactly how I am. Like I'm very much like I don't want no help. I don't want nobody and I have found that not that you got to get a handout, not that, you want people to just, give it to you, but it's okay to get a hand up. It's okay for
Yeah,
somebody to, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, I see you down there. Let me just, you gonna stand up on your own, but let me
yeah,
hold your arm. Let me hold your groceries. Let me like while you get in the house, let me just hold the groceries while you get the kids situated. You know what I'm saying? I always say like, there's some people that'll come in your life and it'll be like you was on the stairs, you was walking up the regular stairs, which you was gonna get to the top. You was just gonna be exhausted as hell, tired as hell, over the world. And then some people come along like, yo, look, I got this escalator over here. Just hop on that. And it's like, let's roll. You still going.
my
You go.
pride would have been
I'm
like, no,
with you.
it's fine. Struggling,
I'm
sweating.
struggling.
My pride is gonna be the death of me.
And
Like I don't.
I have learned to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna let this go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lean into the blessings because that's how you got to think about it, right? Like it's these are blessings that people
mhm,
and that person, you could have done something like, let's just collaborate. Like if you just come on a video with me, like instead of you giving me money, like how about we just collaborate? How about we just, you just share some of your time with me, like help me know like your skills, what you've done to
right,
be successful, stuff like that. So I get it. I'm with you because I'm from the hood too. Like I'm that person. I'm like my mama worked 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Like I gotta
nah,
get it. That's me. I get it. I'm with you. So I understand. I probably would have declined too, but I probably would have came back with like, just come on a video with me, come do something, content, collaborate with me versus like take the money. So
I
I'm with
love
you.
that
I'm with you.
perspective. I
Yeah.
definitely love that perspective, and I gotta work on not being so humble. Like I was just talking about you. It's so
Oh yeah.
crazy because literally, we all spent the weekend together or
Uh,
whatever, and you are the only person that I met that was from LA, and probably been other people, but like really met in real life.
yeah. I'm from
So we
Jersey, but I just live out here now.
Yeah, that live
Yeah.
in LA, right?
Yeah.
So we went. Kaisha had her first celebrity stylist haircut. It was run. What is it? Kid and Play. It was Play from Kid and Play.
Hmm.
He was dope. He was cool. We chilled out with him in his hotel and everything. He like, yo, I'm in LA. Come here, take my information. I want y'all to come hang out with me. I want to show y'all LA. I want to show y'all what like. And I'm like, don't your
That's your friend.
And she like, he like, nah, I'm gonna show y'all how to party, how you supposed to party, who you're not supposed to party with.
Yeah.
And it was just a dope experience. And I brung
Yeah.
you up in that situation. I was like, no, your friend from LA. He was just telling us, and I'm like, honestly, we are so like humble. And I think like being so humble put me in certain positions where I could literally sit amongst any and everybody and it be
Capitalize, man. Not that, again, capitalize on that, man. That's what it's all
but
about.
I wouldn't even record the hair. She like, did you record some of the hair? I'm like, no, because I didn't want him to be. He like, oh, you don't want a picture? No.
It's so funny. That's so hilarious because I just had a similar experience where I was with somebody who is pretty, they're pretty now, like, of course, doing this, like, on this platform, like, I go support certain things and people are like, yeah, I got tickets for this. I got, come, whatever. And I get in these experiences and I never, like, I don't record it. I don't take pictures. I don't do any of that because I'm like, these people are cool. Like, I'm amongst them. I'm not fanning out. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see it that way. Like, I'm having this experience with them. If it's in an environment where it's appropriate, like I meet them, I'm vending, I'm like, they come support my brand or whatever, then it's like, oh yeah, come get a flick with me, just like, show the love. But like, if I'm just chilling, and so I get it. Like, again, we're just, it's just the plight of the hood, just what it does to us. Or then you had the opposite effect. You have the opposite effect of people who want to record every fucking thing. And you're like, yo, I'm not taking you nowhere because you're going to get me like banned from everything. Like with your nonsense.
Like,
you're doing too much. I remember when I first moved to LA, but even before I moved here, and when I've been here for 9 years now, but before I moved here, and my wife, she was in law school. So when I used to come out here, I used to see people all the time. Like I remember I saw like the BET Awards was happening and all the celebrities just everywhere, right? Like that weekend, they were just out here. We've been in the Grove and just seeing random people. I seen Wayne Brady, like just in a Mexican spot. Like you'll just see people all the time. And I used to be that person. I used to be like, oh, look, babe, like, look, there goes so-and-so, like, with my phone. And she was like, yo, like, get yourself together. Right. So then the other day, we went to a pumpkin patch. We took my son to a pumpkin patch and we saw Nick Cannon is there. Paul Pierce was there. Just like, they're just there with their family, just walking around, whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, there goes such and such. Like now I'm like, right, there's this person and that person, right? Like, but I get it. It's just like,
it becomes. I was trying to see, like, yo, who would I fan out over? And it's not that I feel like, oh, I'm somebody too, but I ex all content creators. We are when you're in a room, really be a somebody. Like we're all somebody. So it's not like, like, yo, look at that person. It's like, no, we all somebody. So that's why we're here.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We all bring something to the table.
Right.
I got you. All right, good, man. Well, right before we go, I want to play a little game of this or that. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. You just tell me which this or that of the two options. So, sports bra, underwire bra.
Underwire.
Such a femme. That's such a femme answer. Underwire. The girls got to be lifted. Laundry or cooking?
Oh, definitely cooking.
Day at the spa or watching sports all day?
I don't even like neither. I like sports betting, so I'm gonna do the sports.
Boom. Short hair or long hair?
I'm such a boldy now, so definitely
it's
short
so
hair.
Cute too. Lipstick or lip gloss?
A lip gloss.
Sports car, big truck?
Big truck.
Big wedding or small ceremony?
Small ceremony.
Small ceremony. I already do that. Stay up late or sleep in?
Stay up late.
Iron or redry it?
Redry it.
Redry it?
Yeah.
Pay or have her pay?
Have her pay.
Pillow princess or I'm on top?
A pillow princess.
There you have it, folks. That is Jazzy. Jazz, thank you so much for coming. Again, I really appreciate you coming. Tell the people where they can find you.
Every platform, just Jazzy, or you can type in my official name, Jasmine Graves. I'm there, every platform.
Boom. There you have it, people. Thank y'all so much for watching. This is another episode of the Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.